Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Under Hood Show presented by Mel Hambelton Ford. My name is Phil Nightingale and Josh Profit. Morning, Josh.
Good morning.
Beautiful Saturday morning out there, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
For August, yes. So,
cannot believe already August. Man, this year is just
crazy.
Flown by.
Hey, anyway, it's a call-in show, 316-462-3673. Anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries. You want to talk about anything in the automobile world or anything in the MH Ford racing or anything at all in the automobile world, give us a call and you get a great price package, about over $130 for each and every caller. 316-462-3673. This great price package, about over $130. And the reason for that is that multi-point inspection. You can never put a value on that to have that car checked over by a certified technician and see what's going on with your car. And as always, Josh, what's in that package for that $130?
So we're going to send it out to you, but it's going to consist of the works, which is an oil change and tire rotation. We use Motorcraft oil and filter products here at Mel Hambelton Ford. While we're performing that, we're also going to complete the multi-point inspection on the vehicle, checking over the brakes, tires, steering, suspension, all the safety-related components on the vehicle, just making sure that it's ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving. You'll also receive $10 to Mel's Diner, so you can get yourself something to eat and drink while you're here with us at the Big Corner. Complete nitrogen for your tires, so you get all the great benefits that nitrogen has to offer. And then BG products package, which is going to consist of a can of MOA or motor oil additive for your engine oil, and then a can of CF5 for your fuel system. Again, just getting that vehicle geared up and ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving.
All right, let's get the phones ringing. Morning, Delbert. Anyway, 316-462.
Delbert was live on location yesterday, so
he was here yesterday?
Yeah, he was.
Where was I at when Delbert was here?
I think you were running around crazy. You might find that hard to believe, but so
I don't believe you.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I missed Delbert. Delbert, sorry I missed you, buddy. But live on location like that, John. Hey, we had a great event here Thursday. Kicking off a 3-race deal for the USMTS Modifieds, and they all had a great crowd here Thursday afternoon, and just want to show the appreciation back for those guys and everything they do to help give us good shows and everything else at these racetracks and stuff. And of course, they had a great show last night at Humboldt, and they're headed to Lucas, and that's where I'm going to be heading here shortly. So
that's going to be very, very exciting. So I was texting back and forth with Nick here this morning too. He's up in Topeka. I was going to have him call in and get a
recap of what's going on at Topeka. That'd be great.
What's going on up there? So
perfect, yeah, because we got the it's Topeka, so that's the NHRA guys.
I believe so. Yeah. Yep. We'll get
so let's get Nick
him on the.
Of course, he might be still sleeping too.
So I'm texting him. He says he's ready to go. So
all right, let's get him on the phones and see what's happening up in Topeka. We got our parts trailer and selling the Hoosier tires up there at NHRA event in Topeka. So if you're looking for something really cool to go do, I'm going to tell you, if you got nothing for today or Sunday, you need to get to Topeka. I'm telling you that
if you've never seen those guys run, man, it just makes everything shake. Every organ in your body just shakes.
I haven't been to that event in many, many years, but when I was living in Topeka, I mean, at that time they were like 8,000 horsepower, and I think they're up to 14 or 15,000 horsepower now with what those things are building and everything. It's crazy how much power they can put in those motors and stuff too. But so we'll get a call in here from Nick here shortly and from that part. But had a great event here Thursday. Welcomed the USMTS guys to Wichita and had several of the drivers here, had their rigs here. Had a great event. And Jordan Whitehead cooked up a great food for those guys and everything. Had a lot of their crew here, had a lot of their moms and dads here. So it was great to get some one-on-one time with those guys and everything else from that part, and show the appreciation what those guys do running up and down the road all over the country. And Todd and Janet Staley from USMTS are here. And of course, Logan and Ryan were here also from USMTS. So that was great for that part. But
the rigs that they were pulling in with these guys were pulling around, man, those are impressive. Just absolutely impressive.
Yeah. And, Josh, I'm going to have to tell you the truck that I thought was most impressive I'm gonna have to back up after I say this, but it was Jake O'Neill. He's got a blue rig.
Okay.
And it was the baddest one of the bunch, I think.
So yeah, what I looked here, we got Nick with us here, so we can kind of come back to this. But Nick, you're live with Under the Hood. How's it going, man?
Good. Just out here at Great Bend at the Lucas Oil.
That was my fault.
Racing.
Yeah, I knew it was Topeka next week.
We thought Josh thought you were in Topeka. I did too. So you're in Great Bend this week. So still, if everybody's looking, so if everybody's looking for still something to do, Great Bend's a place to be for Saturday. Is it just today, or tell us kind of what's going on, what's happening, give our listeners a heads up?
Yep, today will be the last day. They have one round of qualifying still to go this morning, and then they will go into eliminations here shortly after that. This is the first race in quite a while in Great Bend that they've had top alcohol and top dragster. So it's pretty cool. They have a brand new surface that just got finished grinding. They were finishing up and putting rubber on it when we pulled in on Wednesday. Oh, really? So it's a fresh surface. Yep, fresh surface all the way down. They did a continuous pour, and it's a new walls, and it's wide, and it's a beautiful surface. And first round of qualifying and top dragster and top alcohol, they went 271 mile an hour. Ooh. So for first round of qualifying, it was pretty good. So I'm curious to see how fast they make it today. That's cool. That's what I was going to ask, is how the new surface is timing out and everything. So it looks like we got any track records or anything like that, or? I haven't heard any, but I know there'll probably be. I mean, by the last round of qualifying today, I'm sure they should be right there, if not passing it. Because, like I said, it's been quite a while since they've had cars like this here. For a true NHRA event. I mean, there's been some testing and stuff, but it's been a while since they've done this in competition. So it'll be pretty neat. Yeah. So any surprises or anything exciting happened so far yet or anything? No, just everyone's getting a hang on it. It's been extremely hot, so they've tried to overcome that. And then yesterday the wind kind of picked up and they kind of had a headwind, so that was slowing them down a little bit. And then this morning it's pretty breezy, but a little bit from the side, so
are we tearing?
Hopefully, calm down.
Yeah, are we tearing up any rubber?
Yeah, we're going through some new tires.
Now we're talking.
There we go. That's what I want to hear. So what kind of if someone wants to come watch today, what's kind of the schedule today, Nick? That's happening there. So if they want to come see everything today.
So it looks like first round for most of the classes should start around noon. And then depending on how fast they can get the top dragster guys and stuff going, it should go probably till 8 or 9 tonight if everything goes right. All right, perfect. So Great Bend, and it's a drag strip out there, new surface down. First time in how long has it been since the alcohol guys have been here? Do you know that, Nick, at all? It's been a while. I don't know the exact years, but it's been, I know I was a kid. The last time I remember seeing them out here for an NHRA competition. I know Camlis, the family, and a few others that live in this area have tested here before, but it's been quite a while since it's been an NHRA competition. Okay. So we've got a few of our cars down there to sponsor. Aaron Cooper should be running, right? And more families here. Yep. More families there. Kyle Smith is there, I'm sure. Yep. Seen him yesterday. So any news on how those guys are doing? If you have a chance to watch, see how those three of those cars are doing or anything yet? Or I've seen Moore was one of the first cars down the new surface in testing, and it looked strong, but I didn't get to see yesterday. We were kind of busy. I didn't get to see anybody run. So got you. Okay. Well, good. Well, anyway, keep burning up those Hoosier tires for us. We really appreciate that, I'll tell you. So, so I'm trying to lose track here. You're just selling Hoosiers today, right? You don't have the parts trailer, right? Or do you have the parts trailer there too? Nope, just Hoosiers. Just Hoosiers. They got probably somebody else on track support, I'm sure. But well, that's fantastic. Glad everything's going well. Glad this new surface is working out well. Tell our three cars to good luck. From Josh and I. So if you go over and hit those guys up and tell them good luck and keep posting on Facebook, but all three of them do a pretty good job putting on Facebook what they're doing and stuff too, to keep everybody abreast of what's happening. But excited to see if we can get some track records there in Great Bend today. Absolutely. All right, Nick, thanks for taking care of us in Great Bend, and stay cool, drink a lot of water, and stay hydrated, buddy. Yep, trying to. All right.
Have a good one.
You too, man. All right, 316-462-3673.
Number to dial up and get a great price package valued at over $130 for each and every caller. Josh got a great question coming up here. Let's see if I can get the whole question on the base. Replace the blower motor on a Dodge Dart because a wire was broken, but now it's still not blowing like it should. No force behind it. What else should I check? That's coming up from Amanda. So broken wire. What if that wire is broken at the resistor where it was broken?
Yeah. So let's we'll pause that for just a second. Let's go to the phones here and let's talk to Delbert. Delbert, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How are you, buddy? Sorry I missed you yesterday. Was it yesterday Delbert was here?
They sent you a message, but you were in a business meeting, as I was told, so we didn't want to bother you too much. But I ran into Josh. He stopped by, said hello, and thank you for that. I wanted to report on your what do you guys call it? Where I got my oil change.
Quick lane.
Quick lane. There you go.
Yep.
Quick lane is awesome. These guys, I come in, there was probably 15 cars before I got there, and man, they are getting them in and out of there for oil changes, tire rotations, things like that. Dude, I was in and out in 2 hours. I really expected to be there about 4.
Oh, so, good.
Very appreciative of the time that they spent to get that car in and out, get the oil changed, tires rotated, the nitrogen in the tires, the BG products inside the engine and the fuel tank.
Yep.
Man, she runs good. Of course, it's a fairly new car, 17,000 miles. So.
And you were headed to Salina when you left here.
You guys did a fantastic job over there, and I do appreciate it. And Josh, don't hurt Tim too much there. I stopped him.
yeah. Run into an old employee that you worked with over here. So very, very cool.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
You guys. You guys are so awesome over there. Again, I know I come from Oklahoma City to get my work done. I just want to report that out to you guys and let your customers know that Mel Hambelton Ford is one of the best places to go to get your service done and the needs done to your vehicle. So if nobody else ever calls in, they should be calling in to get these packages, man. This is a great package to come and get installed in your vehicle.
I agree. Well, anyway, Delbert, sorry I missed you yesterday. Kind of tied up there when you were here. So sorry about that, but glad you're here. Thanks for the call and appreciate letting us take care of you. know it's a little bit of a drive, but worth the drive, it sounds like to me.
Yeah. It's definitely worth the drive, my friends. You guys, I'll be back in September. I'll send Josh a note so maybe we can get together for a few minutes and see each other. It'll be on a Friday. So
okay,
there we go.
Hopefully you're not too busy going to the races with your son.
I hear you.
So, that's fine. We'll just deal with it. But hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate you guys and everything you do out there at Mel Hambelton Ford.
No problem at all, Delbert. Thanks for the call, buddy. All right, Josh, got another caller coming in line.
We'll get this other one in.
Do we need to call him maybe, or does he need to call us? Or
well, no, I think he's calling.
He's calling in. He's going to call in this time.
Yep.
Did you get your fresh haircut?
I did. It's I was just making sure that checking the cameras, making sure that it was combed the right direction before he got on here.
Imagine that coming up from him. So,
and then we'll answer this question on this blower motor after we get this.
Yeah, we'll get Amanda's question answered up and stuff too. So, Amanda, I don't know if you'd love to call in because we got a few questions for you. 316-462-3673. Amanda, we can try to help you with that question a little bit too because I've got a few questions also.
And then at the end of the deal, if we can't figure it out, we'll throw in a diag.
There you go. Hey, Johnny Nitro checking in from Oklahoma City. Johnny, how are you, buddy? Got a call? Somebody sleeping at the wheel here or something?
Somebody might be asleep over there. I don't know.
And Johnny says the hair looks great, Josh.
Oh, okay. One of these days I'll throw on a wig or something just to throw everybody off, I guess. Probably not. Yeah,
probably not, but maybe. Yeah, I think maybe you should do that sometime. Just show up with a wig on there and see what Jordan does on that one. He'd probably freak out, wouldn't he?
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Yeah. And good morning, Andrea. Anyway, yeah, where's that call coming at, Josh?
What's
maybe Jordan's fell asleep at the wheel and he's sleeping now instead of getting on the phone with us.
Yeah, not real sure there. So this blower motor deal. Yeah, and let's pull that back up again and I'll kind of read through it.
Yeah, replace the blower motor on a Dodge Dart because a wire was broken. So first question I can know is where's the wire? What wire was broken? But now it's still not blowing like it should. No force behind it. So what else should I check? So so it does sound like it's blowing some, just not enough. So it sounds like we probably got a problem with the resistor, but I'd love to know where that wire was at, what was broken.
Yeah, what the wire was, and then when the wire was damaged on it, was it not working at all, or was it still working there?
So Amanda, we'd love to got some more questions for you on your questions. So if you can give us a call and let us try to answer a few more questions, we can probably get that thing taken care of for you pretty easy. You know what's going on with that Dodge Dart.
There's a couple of different things. One, there's a blower motor resistor that's down there as well, which typically controls the different speeds or the different fan speeds on that thing. And so I'd wonder if it had something to do with that. The other thing, if it's not grounded properly, that would cause a weak blower motor issue as well. And then two, what was it replaced with the right part? Was there something going on with the part that it was replaced with, for sure? Yeah.
So Amanda, give us a call. We'd love to answer your questions, get you more detailed information, and be able to help diagnose that car a little bit better too. Who knows? Might get a free diagnostic out of it too, right, Josh?
Yep.
Exactly. Johnny Nitro, 2 Joe Dirt wings for you fellas. You're funny, Johnny. All right. Hey, let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673. Love to talk to you and answer your questions. Give away this great price package about over $130. And who knows, might get a free diagnostic on top of that too. So 316-462-3673. Anyway, again, we had that great event here with the USMTS guys, and it was really good to get one-on-one with a lot of those guys and talk to those guys, and also to hear some of the stories. And I'm going to get all these names mixed up and stuff, but we had a guy, his son is driving USMTS, and he was a crew chief for Dick Trickle for 20 years.
Really? That's very cool.
And I'm going to have to look that up here.
Who that was. So we're talking about the rigs that they were rolling in and out of here with, and you said that blue one was very impressive.
That's
and
Jake O'Neill's truck.
So I didn't get the opportunity to go out and look in them or anything, but just exterior wise, I'd say between the blue one and that yellow one, they look pretty.
Yeah, yellow one was Lance Mari's rig. He's got that one kind of sticks out there too.
What I will say, that's a lot of yellow real estate. For sure.
It is. It's a lot of you can see him coming down the road, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we get Jordan back on the phone or not?
Yeah, I don't know maybe I'll just have to call him. I don't know.
Well, maybe that's what we need to do. We need to call him and figure out what the heck he's doing or whatever. Anyway, hey, I threw up, follow us on YouTube. Hey, I'd love it if you go over on YouTube and jump over there and give us a subscribe there for us. Greatly appreciate that too, because we're trying to grow this thing up a little bit on that side of the point. But I know some of you are watching on Facebook too from that start. So help us out there on YouTube. We greatly appreciate a like and comment over there too. So anyway, Jordan must have fell asleep at the wheel. Who knows what we got going on there from that part. Anyway, Dave Dawkins. Let's throw him up on there. Okay. Love you guys. Don't forget, we need to carry on with the track testing on the 2021 Ford Mustang. Damn it. The Hitman Dave needs the old yellow one for a mad daily driver. I hear you. Hey, Dave, we were going to do it this week, but we got tied up with everything going on at the store. We had kind of planned on that, but let's get together. We need to do it this week. Kind of where we're at on the yellow Mustang is we have got all the Steeda suspension under and the Viking shocks under it, and we want to go take it for another test run there to kind of see what's happening with that car. Like I said, we wanted to come out this week, but man, with the USMTS and all the racing and everything going on, we just didn't have enough time, plus Nick being in Great Bend. So we need to do it either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I believe, because I think that's when Nick's headed back up to Topeka to do that. But we need to get another test on that on the blue Mustang. It's ready, sitting on the showroom floor, and really don't think it's going to change too much in time and stuff, but I think I will see the difference of how much the difference the car handles and launches and stuff like that too. So stay tuned us on YouTube for episode number 4 of Mel Hambelton Ford Racing, the Hunt for Horsepower. Go over and check out if you haven't seen those videos yet, go check those out on there. We got 3 of them up there, and we'll do some more fun with that too. So Dave, let's get together the first of the week and get something put up there for that part. So
we actually have a caller on the line. Jordan, you're on live with Under the Hood. Go ahead.
What's up, buddy? How we doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm good. You're getting a little scraggly there. You might want to consider maybe hitting the barber chair, buddy.
Just on the top, off the sides. What are you thinking?
I'd just give it a full,
just
a little trim on the top, little side.
All around. All right. What, how's things going with your air conditioning?
Oh my gosh, it's the coldest it's ever been. In fact, I used to have a cooler in the back. I ditched it. I just leave my Gatorades and water sitting in the back seat now.
You just threw it out
for everybody.
Yeah.
Don't even need it anymore. Yeah, ice cold AC.
Sponsored.
Working great. I appreciate you guys.
Sponsored by Yeti, right?
Sponsored by Yeti. That is correct.
So why don't you tell the listeners what you did, what happened, what your experience was?
Well, what I did was I basically had to change out my evaporator coil because it was completely plugged full of mud. That's why I wasn't getting any airflow.
Where'd that mud come from?
And I'm off road as much as I'm on road, buddy. Like
the landscaping business, I think, is where that mud come from.
You're not you're not off roading. If you're off roading, you fell down in the ditch or something. You didn't going off roading.
Okay, well, I'm back roading. I'm off roading. You can call it. I mean, you can dress it up with pretty words all day long, but at the end of the day, it was plugged. There was no airflow going through.
I just wanted everybody to know where the mud was coming from. Is what I was after, Jordan.
Okay. It's coming from being off road. So
down the ditch.
I went and I changed that out. Yeah, I went and I changed that out. I went and rented the manifold from O'Reilly's, and I grabbed me a couple cans of the one that said it was the coldest AC possible, and I charged it up, and it was kind of cold. I mean, it would take the heat away, but it was nowhere near as cold as I had you guys go ahead and vacuum it back down, suck the Freon out, put the right amount in, and while we were out there working that event, and it's 3 octaves colder, if that's a way to describe it.
Made a difference, though.
Made a difference, and we touched on this a couple weeks ago, but the proof's on the pudding. It has actually, it's different. There is a difference in having you guys do it and me doing it myself, for sure.
Well, that is something that, we try to convey to the listeners for sure is that, whether it's an aftermarket part or just the process of the service or whatever, we really do try to do the right thing for the consumer for longevity and making sure that it will last the longest and work the best and everything like that. And there is a difference. There is a difference in the service and how it's performed, and then also the end result and what you get in the end of it for sure. So
I'm all about the shade tree mechanic. There's tons of things you should do on your own. I love working on my own vehicle. My dad, I got that from my dad, my grandpa. We always like working on our own vehicle, but frankly, AC is one of those things you should just take into the shop. I mean, it just is what it is.
And I do believe that everybody should have a base knowledge on, the mechanical side of things. Is you never know where you're going to end up being or needing some help and have that basic knowledge. But then there's also a time where you got to have the right tools and equipment, or you're not doing a good service that will last a long time for the vehicle and for yourself. So,
right. Anyways, yep. So I appreciate it, guys. I did want to touch on one thing Phil said too. I've been around racing my entire life. I've seen every hauler this side of the Mississippi and the other side of the Mississippi. And that Jake O'Neill rig was the most beautiful rig I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I felt like they should have been putting rose petals in front of that thing for it to drive on.
It was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, that was the prettiest rig. I mean, as soon as he pulled, it's like Kenny Loggins Across the Sky started playing. Like it was like I got goosebumps.
It was pretty cool when we pulled in. And James Furman says he saw the rigs rolling down the I-35. After 2:00 they left here. I bet that was a pretty good parade. It was a pretty good parade for me as they rolled out of here on Thursday and stuff too. So can't wait to make that an annual event for USMTS as they come to town. I told Scott Daly though that I want to make sure that we're the last one on the tour next year, not the first, because some of the guys couldn't show up because they were coming last minute and different things. I got a lot of calls from a lot of the drivers that wanted to come but just couldn't show up because of timing and that sort of thing. So I talked to Todd and I said, buddy, we either got to be the second one or the last one next year so we can have a bigger and better party for all these guys and thank them for what they do and support these guys and keep this racing thing rocking and rolling, you know? Okay.
All right. Well, hey, you guys have a great weekend, and I sure appreciate everything.
You too, Jordan. Thanks for cooking for us the other day. And I will tell you, got a lot of compliments from all those drivers, crew members, the moms and dads that were here supporting their sons and everything in the racing, that they really enjoyed the food. So, Jordan, great job, buddy.
Well, that's what we like to hear. Yeah, you guys have a great weekend. I appreciate it.
All right, buddy.
Thanks.
Talk to you soon. Okay, let's go through some more comments. And Dave Dawkins says, Bobby Stahl and friends coming back on 9/10, 9/11. So I imagine that's another race. I'm sure we'll have them on the show from that standpoint too.
Yeah.
And William Millspot, isn't it Great Bend the home of NHRA? Yes, it is. That's the first track that took on the NHRA event. So Bill, you're exactly correct from that part. Jeff Hauser, I don't know what's going on with his camera, but he says he ordered a camera 2 years ago for his F350 and hasn't got it yet. So we'll figure out what's going on with that deal. Something happening there. We'll figure out what's going on there with that camera. Not sure what happened there either. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Hey, anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries? And I hope we can get Amanda to call us on her blower motor issue from that part. Let's see make sure I haven't missed any other questions coming up here. Yeah, Andrea, talk about last night. Heck of a race down at Humboldt. A little, what do they call Humboldt again? It's bull ring. It's a little bull ring, Josh. It's a little smaller than basically outside of the inside of 81 is the outside of Humboldt. That's how kind of what it is. It's a little tight little track. But heck of a race out there last night and from that part. And it's always fun to watch that on Racing Dirt. So if you haven't got that, if you want to watch tonight at Lucas Oil, come on, jump on there. Racing Dirt's got they have a great show and everything else too to watch. So jump on there. And the thing I love about Racing Dirt, I don't care if you're an Apple or an Android, they've got the apps, they got the web page. You can even go right on your TV and get the app for Racing Dirt.
Just put it right up there.
That's where I sat last night and watched the race from that part. And so great racing out there, and going to be some more great racing going on at Lucas tonight. That's where Jake and I are headed. And as soon as we get off the show here, Josh.
And so that's the last part of this series
for this for this tour or this run or whatever. Yeah, this is the last one tonight. And
so what was do you know what the first, second, third, what that paid throughout this deal? Or
$10,000 to win.
$10,000 to win a night.
Not each night.
Is there a pot if you win all of them?
I don't think there is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Has anybody done that before?
I don't think so.
Or I was
really
going to say that would
so.
you'd have to really be on your game to make that happen, I'm guessing.
Well, and out here at 81 Thursday, it's the first time ever that a local guy actually won, Cole Truget. And of course,
very good.
Congratulations to Cole. Congratulations to Mullins Race Chassis on winning that deal. And it's the first time that a local driver has outrun or won a USMTFS at 81 Speedway. So that's very cool for Cole. He went down and I think I can look it up here and see where he finished last night here real quick, Josh. And but he did respectfully very well again in
Humboldt last night.
Last night. So let's look that up real quick.
Yeah, just to be, so to speak, a weekend warrior and to go out and run with those guys and to be in the pack, let alone leading the pack, has got to be pretty
Cole,
impressive.
He took off out here at 81 and I think he led the whole thing.
Really?
Whole thing. So, and let's see here, getting it all tuned up here where they are. Yeah. So Jake O'Neill, of course, Jake O'Neill's on fire. Jake O'Neill has a Ford in there. I put out a lot of heat because I had Jake's car sitting on the showroom floor and, had to take a lot of heat because that wasn't a Ford sitting underneath there.
Yeah.
Even Jake kind of stacked it on me a little bit. And his dad stacked it on me a little bit too. So, anyway, Jake O'Neill took first. Derek Ramirez third. Tanner Mullins had a heck of a run last night. He had to start the back of his heat. He couldn't get out of the pits because there were so many cars, and he showed up late to the heat race, so they put him to the back. So he had to start in the back of his heat race, had to start the back of the B, came up through there and moved up 17 spots, started 20th and finished third last night. So, good job there. Jason Hughes finished fourth. Dustin Sorensen finished fifth. Their top five. Rodney Sanders sixth. Tyler Wolf seventh. And Cole Truget finished eighth again. So very respectful for that, for Brooks on that part. Lucas Schott finished ninth. And Brooks Strengths finished the top 10. So great run for those guys and everything else too. For see how they can do tonight at Lucas Oil. Going to be fun. I bet there's going to be a lot of cars there too, Josh.
Yeah, it sounded like Thursday they had a really good showing up here as far as number of drivers turnout and everything like that.
Yeah, great show there too. And so going to be fun tonight at Lucas. And I tell you, if you haven't ever been to Lucas Oil, you got to go. I'm telling you, it's the only, well, no, I couldn't quite say that because Dodge City's pretty close. I mean, it's the only where there's dirt is on that racetrack. In the pits, everything's paved, everything's good. I don't have to take my tarp. I don't have to lay in the dirt or anything. And you come home clean. You can wear white and come home clean.
Kind of in the middle of nowhere out there, isn't it?
It is a little out there in the middle of nowhere, but it is quite the facility. It's unbelievable what they got out there and stuff too. And I was watching the commercials that Racing Dirt was playing last night of all the things they have out there, from boat racing to off-road racing to tractor pulls and all the things you got to do as a family event and stuff like that too. So an awesome facility. Just can't wait to get there here about 4:00 today.
There you go.
So anyway, James Furman, 54 USMT cars at 81 Thursday and 51 at Humboldt last night. So very cool. I'm one of those three that didn't show back up. Everybody asked me to go to run all three. I'd love to run all three, but got to keep the dealership running. And
not enough hours in the day sometimes, is there?
No,
just like we were sitting there talking to Nick about being out there. I thought it was in Topeka, after I talked to him, I knew he wasn't, but I was like, hey, that might be an indication we got too much going on.
Yeah, and we do. We have a lot of things going on and stuff, and for that part here at the store, but that's okay. That's what's part of the fun and excitement and everything we're doing. Like right now, we just finished up the USMTS event. Right now, we also got the truck giveaway for the Wichita Police Foundation. Jump on our Facebook page or go to the Wichita Police Foundation, buy some tickets to win that 76 F-250. And I think I didn't realize how rare it was. There was very few. There mainly were made regular cab or extended cabs back then. There were very few crew cab for that part. But you can buy one ticket for $20 or you can buy 6 for $100. And all the money's going to Wichita Police Foundation, and we're supporting that, and we're not taking any of that money at all. It's all going right to them from that part. And then
the raffle on that, I was trying to remember. It's in September sometime. I'm pretty sure is when the raffle for that thing is. But then in addition to that, or on top of that, we got the hospice giveaways coming right around the corner.
It's a couple weeks away on a hospice deal. I'll be over on KWBW on a Monday morning to announce the top 5, and then we'll have 5 more drawn at that event on a Thursday, August the 20th. I believe is correct, right, Josh?
I'm pretty sure that was the date on it.
Let me make sure that's right on that. I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Just a lot of opportunities from that side. And
yes, I'll be on the morning at 7:30 on the 16th, and then it'll be the 19th is going to be the hospice event. So fun and exciting there for that part too. So anyway, 316-462-3673. Hey, anything ailing your car, tires, brakes, batteries, whatever it might be, we're here to answer your questions, get you a great price package, and who knows, maybe a free diagnostic on top of that too. So anyway, James Furman messed up. It was 57 cars. He won, not 54. So no problem, James. Appreciate the information from that part too. So going to be fun to see who the big winner is going to be of another 10 grand. Yes, all these races pretty much pay 10 grand, Josh.
Every one of them.
Yeah. That Todd Staley's picked up this year and I think it's included by doing that. I think it's put a lot more intensity on these drivers, a lot more, because most time it was 2, 3, or 4,000, maybe 5,000 was top of the win. But paying 10 grand to win each race is huge. I don't know how it falls off. I'd have to look that up and see how it falls off.
As far as second and third and so forth. That's bringing in some stout competition, is what that's doing.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
There's no doubt. Well, I think the other thing it's done is taken the guys that are running that series permanently. I think it's made them really work harder and step their game up. I know how much Tanner has worked so much harder to pick up his game and everything else like that, and it's showing. I mean, he's already got a win in his belt, and he's always in the top 5 there for that part. But I know the effort that he's putting in and what he's got going on there, him and Buddy, to make that happen. So it's going to be fun to see who wins the 10 grand tonight at Lucas Oil. But if you haven't been to Lucas Oil, it is a great place. Only thing I hate about it's 4 hours away. I'd race there every week if I could.
Yeah.
But it's 4 hours away, so it kind of stinks to have to drive 4 hours, let me tell you.
From that side of it, for sure.
Yeah. So it looks like James Furman's going to head out to Lucas Oil. And, I think it's going to be a great car count, James. I think everybody's kind of missed some racing last year, and all the locals and all that stuff will be there too. So it's going to be a fun time at Lucas Oil tonight. So, okay, well, we didn't get Amanda to call us back, Josh. but that's okay. So anyway, any day we should be. I see Broncos getting delivered to dealers all over. Can't believe we don't have one yet. Our first one was supposed to be here July 31st. Now they're telling me August the 15th or something like that. Not sure what's happening there. I think it's a freight issue. I think they're having problems getting these things on trucks and getting them where they need to go. And then we had that big derailment. I don't know if you saw that, Josh.
Yeah, I did see that as well. You know, we're already taking a bad situation and then just kind of compounding it a little bit. But that's okay. We'll get it. It'll get here for sure. So
yeah. So we lost a lot of F-150s is what we lost there.
Much needed F-150s, I think, to begin with, for sure. But yeah, I did see that. That's somewhere up in Missouri, I think, is where that actually happened.
And they were coming out of Dearborn, and I can't tell you how many trucks I got sitting in Dearborn trying to get here too. So pretty crazy on that part. But hopefully our Bronco will be here soon. I will tell you, Josh, another thing exciting is the Maverick. I'm getting a lot of excitement there for customers to order their trucks. I don't know how many I've got in there right now at the order bank too, but just this week got 5 of them scheduled to be built the week of 9/20. So about the middle of October, we're going to start seeing the new Maverick.
Yeah, so we'll be down in Dallas towards the end of this month or something, I think, and I think surely would think that we would be able to see one then. I would like to think that. I think it's the 25th and 25th, 26th, I think, is when that's supposed to take place. So I was curious about. I would assume that we would be able to see one down there at that point.
We're going to be there the 24th and 25th. Is when we're headed down to the grassroots meeting for Ford, and I'm sure we'll see a Maverick there, no doubt. Jace Furman said he saw a Mach-E yesterday. Man, those are good looking. Yes, they are phenomenal looking vehicles. We had some questions. No, I shouldn't say questions. Some comments pop up on the electric cars and how people. I'm not a big fan of the electric, but I get where we're headed. I think some people are a little leery about the electric cars and that sort of thing too. But I'm going to tell you, those of you that don't believe it's the way of the future, I promise you, it is the future. That's where we're headed. That's where we're going. We have to do that to meet these CAFE ratings that the government's putting on these manufacturers. But I'm going to tell you, I missed, when I had the Power Boost truck that I could drive. I don't have to drive anymore. But when I was driving that truck, I miss it. I mean, that thing had so much more power, so much more torque.
Right out of the gate.
Right out of the gate. Yeah. I got 5 miles to the gallon better than I would with a regular EcoBoost. So I'm excited to see what this electric truck's going to do from that part. The Lightning, getting a lot of excitement on that too from that part. But
got one of the so Ford sends out. They're basically like monthly magazines, and it's Ford dealer employees with all new, new information and specs and stuff like that. And they had pictures of the Lightning in there with it, and man, just seeing a full size truck that they have the hood popped on. there's basically a trunk there. It's just I don't know. There's something about it mentally that's just different. And,
it is.
It definitely catches
your
attention.
Is what they call that, Josh. Frunk.
So
from that part, but it's going to be. We're going to see those trucks somewhere around the early springtime is what they're telling us. I'm going to tell you though, Josh, it's going to be a deal kind of like the Bronco. I've got enough orders in the Bronco right now to take care of the 22 production that I think we're going to get. The Lightning truck there, we build a normal year. We build 800,000 F-150s. They say they're going to build 80,000 of these Lightnings. I don't know how they're going to divvy them up, but I've got so many Lightning orders in there. It's crazy. So I hope that Ford can step the game up and build some more of those for all the customers that are wanting one of those trucks and everything else too from that part. So,
no, it's definitely going to be very exciting. I mean, I think it's going to take many years for, for the combustion engine to completely go away for sure. That's something that's going to be around for quite a while. But as far as the electrification side of things, I mean, it's by, I think, 2023, every manufacturer is going to have, a fully electric vehicle of some sort. They're going to have it.
Either that or they're going to have to let off the CAFE ratings, and I don't think they're going to do that either. From that part. But I mean, you think about it. We've got the Mach-E. Then we're going to have the Lightning. There's a Transit out there right now that they're testing. Is going to be around here anytime.
Then
we're going to have there's one coming for the Explorer. But I think the other thing, I think by 2023, I think there's going to be some sort of a hybrid or whatever for every model.
In every model. Yeah. I would agree with that. And if you would ask me years ago, I don't know, I'd say 5, 6, 7 years ago, what was first, whether it was electric vehicles or an autonomous vehicle, I probably would have went with autonomous. from that side of things. And of course, I don't know, we're with all the technology that they're putting in these things now with the adaptive cruise control and lane assist and Copilot 360 and stuff like that. I mean, I think they're very, very close to that as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, it's like when I drove the Power Boost truck, the hybrid truck, the fuel economy, the power, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, you can't tell when that truck shifts back and forth from electric to not, from that standpoint, and just the extra fuel economy, the boost and everything in there. They've done a great job of that. The other thing I'm really impressed with is how much better the technology has gotten with the adaptive cruise.
Yeah.
How much better the technology is with the start and shut off, because you can't tell that thing is shut off or started. And then the other thing it does too, which I love too, and with a hybrid is, as soon as you let off the gas and it knows you're braking, engine's off. Instead of waiting until you get to a complete stop and then shutting the engine off, and that thing's coasting down and the engine's already off.
Yeah.
And you don't think about that a little bit, but how much better that fuel economy is going to be. But I got 5 miles to the gallon better than a normal F-150. And one night I really tried really hard to go when I went home with it and saw what, just took it easy to see what I could get. And I got over 30 miles to the gallon in that truck driving here in town. So that's very impressive. Okay, 316-462-3673. Anything in your car, tires, brakes, batteries, whatever it might be. Ready to answer your questions, give you the great price package, and let's get the phones ringing. 316-462-3673. Anyway, go ahead, Josh.
Well, I was just saying I cannot believe it, but we're approaching that time of year where it's schools, people are kicking off enrollment and starting to get back into school, and it won't be but a couple more weeks. And I think that'll be in a full swing for sure. And we've been very, very busy with people taking vacations and stuff like that. But definitely, if your kid is heading off to college, it's time to get that thing inspected long before they depart and go away, and just have a good multi-point inspection on that vehicle.
I got a lot of people calling me already saying, hey, they're heading back to school already, which drives me crazy. That tells me summertime's about over, Josh. To do that same exact thing that you talked about is making sure these kids are safe and cars are ready to go, and get them to and from school and everything. And, then we'll do it again around the holidays, get them back and that sort of thing. So don't procrastinate. Get your kids ready to go, and do it a little early instead of waiting until the last minute. That's how I do it.
Last minute? Come on now.
That's how I do it.
It just sneaks up on you so fast,
Delbert Alt comes back and says, I love the adaptive cruise control. It keeps me safe by keeping me from being too close to someone. Delbert, I'm with you 100%. I still got people are leery of the adaptive cruise,
my biggest thing with that adaptive cruise control, and what I find a lot of times, is I'll set my cruise at the speed that I feel I should be going.
Let me guess, just a few mile an hour, just a couple over the speed limit, right?
I'm compensating for any errors that there may be in the speedometer,
yes.
So I get the full.
That's what I do too.
The travel time.
My speedometer seems to be off quite a bit.
Yeah, and then so what happens is I'll be going along, and before I know it, I'm following somebody going at a different speed that maybe I hadn't selected, and it's like, oh well, because it didn't indicate to me that it had slowed down or anything had been different or changed. And then you get over into the passing lane and take off, and then you're going again. But it's that adaptive cruise control is very helpful. Yeah.
In there, I got a deal. A buddy of mine, he doesn't like it because when they first come out with the deal, they had those where you go past a white vehicle or a silver vehicle, sun would glance off and it would shut the cruise control down, and his daughter was behind him. He got all freaked out and everything, but that was just a simple update they had to do to fix that situation. But I'm still telling you that the adaptive cruise, the other one is the pre-collision.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times that saved me. The other day I got in a car, didn't have a backup camera, and boy, I was lost with that. About you, but I was lost.
Yeah.
Anyway, Delbert wants to know, do all sync radios have HD capability? I don't know.
Pretty much all the newer stuff by now has the HD side of things. Sync, so there's so many different versions of Sync, all the way down from Sync 1 all the way up to now Sync 4. For sure. And each version of that, they've made so many improvements on that system, and years ago when that system first came out, just like, your phones, it worked great, but now you got all these newer devices on it and stuff like that. And they do a really good job of keeping it up to date and working.
Yeah. 20 Fusion SE. I think it does have HD.
Yeah, it should have an HD receiver in the.
I got somebody that needs to call in the show.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, he wants to text instead of calling in the show.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
He says the adaptive cruise is as bad as the DEF filter. Yeah, some damn emissions that government's making us do there, Jeff. I get it. Oh, I called him out, didn't I?
Yeah.
Call in the show, Jeff. It's very easy, very simple. Do we need to call you? Maybe that's what we should do. We
just call him. Yeah.
That's what we need to
do. He'll
do.
answer.
I didn't think about it. We should start calling people. Instead of them calling us. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, give me a thumbs up, Jeff, if you want us to call you, since you can't figure out how to dial the buttons.
Yeah, since you don't know how to call.
So, anyway, Delbert says his doesn't show HD anymore. So Delbert, wish we'd have known to look at.
Yeah, I don't know if it had the Fusion or the Escape up here, but take a look at it, and there may be a simple update to it. I was dealing with a vehicle the other day. A gentleman had a newer F350 and was trying to get out of town, heading to the lake, and naturally, just they were leaving. It was what was it, Thursday night? Thursday night, he texted me about 8:30. Literally, he was packing up stuff, had to go to the store real quick, and I think he was filling up and just getting everything ready to go so they could take off bright and early the next morning. And text me about 8:30 that evening. He says, "Hey, my check engine light's on, and I'm trying to get to the lake tomorrow, and what's going on?" And we brought it in here and looked at it, and it was a turbo code for a wastegate being out of parameters, and went through and did the diagnostics on it. And basically, Ford had recognized this with an issue, and then they sent out a recalibration to get that thing repaired. But it's just amazing how many vehicles that we get involved with where a simple update will get it. Or
I remember someone giving somebody a lot of crap about those updates. You remember that?
It's definitely one of the things that as this technology progresses, it's more and more consistent. And then now you have on like this Mach-E, for example, and some of the other vehicles that are equipped with, Ford is actually doing over-the-air updates. So if you're at vehicles at home parked in your garage and it's hooked to
Wi-Fi,
your home Wi-Fi network, then it will actually put these updates into the vehicle. And I'm just thinking to myself, like in this gentleman's particular situation, the grief and time and we got it right in and got it taken care of, and he was on the road with little to no delay at all. But just the effort and the worry, because he was texting me about every 30 minutes, going, "Hey, where are we at? How's this going?" And the night before and stuff, just worried about now he's got this certain plan that he wants to go after and can't do it. And
I get it.
That's definitely going to be something that'll be very helpful in the future with these vehicles.
Yep. Rick Rogers, 2013 F-150 backup camera doesn't work all the time. Any ideas? It's a camera.
Yeah. So
a lot of issues with those cameras. I don't know why, but
I would say probably the camera is what's causing that. They've got some issues with like delaminating inside the camera itself and stuff like that. So, but I would say that's probably what's going on.
I'm sure whoever the supplier of that camera wishes they'd have done a better job of making that camera.
A little bit different for sure.
Anyway, Delbert, back to he thought someone stole the antenna, but there's only one shark fin. So that does work through the same antenna as the XMs. Yeah. So Delbert, the antenna's still there. So I don't know. We'll have to, next time we get it back, we'll have to check it out and see what's going on with that part. So, okay, Josh, getting time to do a little recap here. Had a great time with the USMTS guys here. Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
Hold on a minute. I think hell just froze over. I think it just happened. Oh, my. Now,
if we can get
everybody get ready. Everybody get ready. Get ready. You're going to believe it here in just a second. It's going to blow you clean away what's going to happen here in about 10 seconds. It's going to blow. I don't know. We got everything ready. I'm glad it's on recording too, so we can make sure we got this all documented and everything else. At 9:48, August the 7th, 2021, Mr. Jeff McCurry is calling the radio show.
First and last name. You're getting real official over there.
I'm documenting this so we know exactly what it is.
Good morning, sir.
Well, how are you? You can't call me out and not expect me to call.
Well, we were going to call you.
Well, that'd be a first.
So Lucy wake you up this morning or what?
Oh, she had to go to Wichita, so she's walking since she doesn't have a car. So she had to get up early.
That's terrible.
You're the luckiest man I know when it comes to trying to prove fault in an accident, but still not having any luck in doing that.
It still is going backwards quickly.
All the proof in the world, you can't do it.
Exactly, and unless you're looking through their eyes, it's
so they still haven't. They still have denied your claim.
They've denied 65-35. They're not taking full responsibility. No.
Yeah, this is okay.
Crazy.
Well, we're going to sick the dogs on them. Is what we're going to do.
That would be whatever dog you got. It'd be handy.
I got a good one. Let me tell you.
My question is actually on the other Explorer in town, Corey and Noah's.
Uh-huh.
They went to Texas this week. The girls did. I had to jump it when they left, but I thought it was because they had left the doors open, the key on before, when they were packing. Had to jump it twice while they were down there. So Noah went in this morning somewhere, had the battery checked and say it's good. Starter, they say it's good. Alternator, they say is good. So we're pulling juice somewhere. No lights are on that we can tell. So we're wondering what the heck could be pulling juice when it's sitting in the garage.
So every time you've had to jump it, had it set for quite a while or just a little bit of time? Or what?
I think when they were in Texas, it wasn't very long, but it didn't start, and they went out and just wiggled one of the cables, they said, and it started. But since then, they've had to jump it. Cables seem tight, good connections.
Yeah, so one of the things I was wondering about was the connections themselves, and when you're going to it and it doesn't start or you're having to jump it, everything's dead, lights, nothing, no interior, or is it just weak?
When I did it before they left early in the week, the lights were on as she was packing. I think it just clicked, actually.
Yeah. So
that's what made me think they'd just been screwing around too long and left all the stuff on. But
yeah, one of the other things that I would wonder too, especially with as hot as it's been and things like that, is the actual starter on the engine, and if it's got a bad spot in it, and when you get to that point, if it's just weak right there, and when you're jumping it, it's just providing enough amps to kind of overcome that. Would be one thing. The other thing is, if they've tested that battery, depending upon the state of it, I mean, I have seen batteries that will pass, and then later on, after a little bit of load's been placed on them, turn around and fail. So I would say something's going on with battery or starter or cable connection, which is kind of all the things that you're talking about.
We've done,
yeah. I definitely look that over, and if they want to bring it in, I'd be more than happy to check it out for them and see exactly what's going on with them, because they don't need to be stranded in the middle of somewhere with kids and everything else.
He was supposed to go to you this morning, but he was on the wrong side of town, so he went somewhere else. So
oops,
that didn't work. So I'll have him bring it in, or I think we've done all we can figure out, and you know how good a mechanic we are. So.
Oh, very good. I get it. Very good.
Oh, yeah. Turnkey. All right. Well, I'll tell him to get it to you then.
Sounds good. Thanks for the call, Jeff.
Yeah, really appreciate it, buddy.
Yep.
Have a good
My
one.
yearly phone call is over.
Bye.
Anyway, Josh, let's do a little recap. We're running out of time here
Yeah.
already. Kind of crazy. Again, thanks to USMTS for coming out here Thursday. We're going to make that a yearly event. Nick's Head in Great Bend. So if you're looking for some good drag racing, go see. Top alcohol guys are there in Great Bend. So jump on your car and rent over to Great Bend and watch the great races there. Next weekend in Topeka. That'll be a fun time there too. So if you haven't ever seen the big boys run in Topeka, that's a good time to go there for next week. Looking for some dirt track racing, head out to Lucas Oil tonight. Going to be the USMTS guys are over there. That's where Jake and I are headed here shortly to go. And so it's going to be a 4-hour trip, and that's okay.
Well worth it, though, right?
Yeah, well worth it. Exactly. Like I said, I just wish Lucas Oil was a little closer.
Yeah,
a little closer. But it is what it is. Got to deal with it and where we go. So, and then we'll figure out next week where we're headed.
So we are actually in Topeka next week. I do know that because I set that up. So, yeah, for sure. It's one of those things. Maybe got too many irons in the fire. Don't forget to get registered up for this pickup giveaway.
Oh, yeah. Wichita Police Foundation, a 1976 fully restored F-250 crew cab, and it is a badass truck.
Yeah.
So jump on the Wichita Police Foundation. Jump on our Facebook page. You got the link there. You can jump over and buy tickets. 1 for $20, 6 for $100. Going to a great cause, and all that money is going to the Wichita Police Foundation. And can't thank Brock Barron and Barron Concrete enough for donating the truck from that part. And we're doing all the marketing and everything else like that, help drive everybody to that truck. But if you haven't seen it, go check out our Facebook page or go to Wichita Police Foundation Facebook page or their webpage, and you can buy some tickets there to support the men and women in blue here in Wichita. So fun time for that. The hospice event coming up August the 19th. If you jump on their webpage, Reno County Hospice. You can buy tickets there too. I don't know exactly. I think it's the same thing.
I think it
one
is
for 20 and 6 for 100.
Price of it. And so with that one, we're actually going to draw 10 finalists for that deal to give that thing away. So that'll be very fun and exciting to be able to do that. So hopefully we don't. Nothing wrong with being that last person.
I don't think it's ever been the last one. I know I was.
Yeah.
I wasn't involved in that because I was getting the race car ready, but it was the last one to start it. Were you getting a little nervous, Josh?
Oh, like you get to about 7 and I'm just like envisioning the whole crowd booing at us. And like it just, nervous does not,
Nervous is not the right word.
Not the right word for sure. But she was just ecstatic. And, when she was the last person there and still holding her key and already knew she had won before she even got into the car, like she was just pumped. It was very exciting. I think that was a car we gave away over at the Hutch Nationals.
Nationals, yeah. So great time there from that part too. So anyway, let's do a little recap. Let's thank the sponsors. We don't do a very good job of that, Josh. We need to do that better than what we do. BG Products, all the great preventative maintenance products we use right inside here at Mel Hambelton Ford. Love their products. Been using them since 1987. Love their research and development program they have and their quality control they have there in El Dorado where they do a lot of the fluids and stuff. Can't thank BG enough for the great partnership. They take our cars off the used car lot and do a lot of testing and stuff with it. So glad to do that to help those guys keep making those products better and keeping our cars running the many, many miles that we will need. Go to rent. Hey, Stan is a little low on inventory. Imagine that because we're short on inventory everywhere else. But so get your reservation in a little early if you're needing something so we can get you taken care of. And it's just kind of the situation. We normally have about 140 cars over there, and I think we're down to about 70 right now, Josh. So run a little thin on the rental side, but get your reservation in early for Stan, and he'll take good care of you. Big Corner Caridi for all your advertising needs. If you need a web page design, if you need some social media, if you got a company you need some help advertising it, marketing it, whatever, race car wraps, vehicle wraps, window wraps, anything to advertise your business, those guys that have a Big Corner Caridi, because their slogan is just Google us. So anyway, give Big Corner Creative a shot and see what we can do to help you there on that part. So anyway, everybody have a great Saturday, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next Saturday.